Hello and welcome to the E14 Gamecast. I'm your host, Rob Wade, and I'm joined, as always, by my pet rock via satellite, Blake Harmer.
Sure, you can.
And joining us is Dave for his first E14 Gamecast.
Hello.
Hello, Dave. How you doing?
Hello, I'm here.
Yeah, good. Yes, pleased to have you.
Thank you.
So there you go. So I figured you'd be a good person to bring on to talk about games because you do a fair bit of it.
Yeah. Tabletop more than video. I've just got back into Fallout 4, weirdly.
Nice.
About that earlier.
We were talking about that earlier on Crazy Train 70, which will have been out for about a week by now.
Awesome.
Yeah, and obviously, the football would have been long gone.
Yeah. What's football?
Yeah, exactly.
I've forgotten it.
It's weird. I don't know. Whatever game was going on, who even keeps track?
Go Belgium. Well won.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Good for you. Following that. Love your chocolates and not much else. Well, waffles.
Yeah. Don't knock the waffles. They're awesome.
Yeah, this is true. I'm sure they're known for other stuff. I just don't know what it is because I'm not really very well travelled. So there's that.
Being European.
Very European.
Yes,
they certainly are. This is true. Yeah, they are known for being the ones associated with it. We didn't come here to talk about that.
Yeah. Strong lager.
Strong lager.
Been there.
Yes, that's true.
A bonus.
Yes, especially the wheat beers and stuff.
That's relevant.
It is. Relevant. Yeah, this is true. This is true. So you didn't come here to hear us talk about Belgium. It's we're talking about games today. So what games are you gaming? Blake, why don't you kick us off?
Okay. I'll see what you did there. Not FIFA Pro Evo.
Never mind. There, shut it all down.
You shut it down. That's it. No, I've video game wise, I've been playing a bit more of. I think I mentioned last time, Death Road to Canada.
Yep.
I've been playing a bit of Detroit, but I must admit I didn't get a lot of time. I haven't had a lot of time to game over the last few days. So
I bought that the other day. I've run out of vouchers, but I decided just to buy it because I fancied it, so I did. Yeah,
fair enough.
Yeah, happens every now and then. It's been known. Not often I buy games new, but I tend to every now and then just go, fuck it, I'll have a game. Then I go buy one. And they hand over my hard-earned balls.
I did buy I haven't got around to playing it yet, but I did pick up a Heat Signature.
Okay. I'm not familiar.
It's made by the same people who made Gunpoint.
Oh, okay. Do you play that one?
You've lost me. You lost me at Detroit.
So Detroit is, Heavy Rain?
Yeah.
Their latest.
Oh, right, sweet. Okay.
David Cage, his studio's latest game is called Detroit. It's about cyborgs living in a society with humans and how they get along and how they don't get along and stuff.
So humans.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Basically.
Yeah, that's right.
But in the future.
Within the future, where things happen in the future events such as these will affect you in the future. But it's their latest game, and then Gunpoint is like a pixel art 2D thing where it's the one where you're like sneaking into things, isn't it? Like,
yeah, and you can read what
fun. It's just to sort of figure it. There's different objectives in each level, right?
Yeah, it's a different thing you're doing in each mission. You're normally sneaking into a building to get something, and then to get out, like download data to get out.
Yeah, but you have to like knock out security guards and knock out security cameras. But it's all 2D, and it's that you have to do things like leap through windows. That sort of, if you're not bothered about stealth, you could do like a jump that you can target your trajectory and just leap through a window and stuff like that. Kind of, yeah. Yeah, but it's got quite a cool little. It's a quite short plot, but it's quite fun, and it's got a lot of replay value because obviously it's one of those games where it's like, I can do it a bit better next time.
Yeah.
I get like a slightly higher score. Okay, so you're saying they've got a new game out?
Yeah. It's got a bit of the hacking mechanics in Gunpoint from what I can see.
Okay.
In the sense that you can rewire certain things to do other things. So like in Gunpoint for Dave Snowy, so it was like you could rewire a light switch so instead of turning on a light, it opened a door or set off a laser beam on like a security thing. So you can change what it does. So you can do it to sort of trap people or whatever.
Yeah.
This one you play as a guy who get in a small ship that breaks into other ships to steal stuff.
Okay.
So it's all like it's set in space.
Oh.
But but you can sort of kick people out of airlocks, out of glass into space. But when you go on there, the ship starts. But I mean, I think you've only got a certain amount of time limit because the ship's exploding, and you have to basically steal as much stuff as you can and get out. As I said, I've only gone by the video I've watched of it, but it looked pretty good, so I picked it up on the Steam sale.
Sounds like what's it called? 60 Seconds with the mechanics.
Oh yeah.
So like 60 Seconds is like a game where you have to. Yeah, it's about getting a family into a nuclear fallout shelter, but you've got 60 seconds to grab as much as you can. So that's family members, food, water, guns, entertainment, all that's everything you can possibly think of. You have to grab as much of it as you can in 60 seconds and then take it downstairs. And it's about surviving as long as you can until you're rescued.
On the Doritos that you picked up on the way down.
On the 3 packs of Doritos that you picked up to go between 4 people. So it's like, I know.
I only beat it once.
Is it? Yeah, I beat the tutorial and that's it. I think the most I managed was about 10 days, and then everybody did.
Oh no, I beat it on easy mode. I can't beat it on normal.
Welcome to reality.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, it's like that's the thing that always cracks me up. As a quick aside, like when you get people who's like, you know, oh yeah, here's my zombie survival plan. It's always a fucking castle. It's always like, I'm going to go up to Scotland. It's like, good luck with the whole public transport thing. It's going to take you some time, I think. But that's the British.
My brother had a phase of like everywhere he went, he would just assess it for survivability. Like,
but that's different, like because that's just if you're in a pinch, you might need to know. It's fair enough. But there's always that, like say, the apocalypse plan. It's like, do you know what? I'm going to make a bold statement here. If you're listening to this and you've got an apocalypse survival plan, I'm going to predict you'd be the first to fucking die because you'd be too focused on the plan. Just putting it out there. Just tell
where's that clipboard? Where's the clipboard?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Oh God, where's my plan? Where's my plan? Where's my plan? Money.
Well, it's a bit like, although have you ever seen the program Doomsday Preppers?
No.
Oh yeah, it's basically it's a program showing how, like, obviously these incredibly fat Texan people basically make giant, like, nuclear bunkers, and all the stuff they put in. It's a bit like Pimp My Ride, but for bunkers.
All right.
So they put extra cool shit. Like, this is a bit like the defense spikes that will come down if someone tries to raid my bunker. If raiders come to raid my bunker. Yeah, and it was like, this is a bit where I can shoot over the top, and it's like, it's very clever, all the thought they've put into it. Yeah. But because they're massively fat and Texan, I assume they're going to die very early on.
I'm on down like a daisy.
Real life 10 Cloverfield Lane.
Pretty much, yeah.
But yeah, basically.
Yeah.
I modeled this one on Day of the Dead. But without the because they're not real.
Yeah. I modeled this one on Dawn of the Dead, but without the Barbara. Night of the Living Dead? I can't remember.
It's Night. No, that's Night of the Living Dead, yeah.
Right. Yeah, but I remember hearing about this. There was this guy on a podcast I listened to who used to record documentaries, and he went to one where they built a fallout shelter, and they were like, is this the only entrance and exit? Yeah. So, what happens if there's a cave in? What? Put this through. Next.
Oh dear.
Yeah, it's pretty funny. But so what's the name of that game? Sorry, the one you were just talking about.
Heat Signature.
Okay, interesting. I've not heard of that one. I'll have to check it out.
Yeah, and I haven't played it, although I've been watching Kat play it. She's been playing Surviving Mars recently.
Surviving Mars. Oh, I saw that in the sale because, of course, it was a Steam game. Thus, it was in the sale.
Yeah. I picked it up for her birthday. So,
oh, nice. Okay, how's she getting on with that?
She keeps saying she keeps dying a lot, and she's finding it difficult. But
she said that
she's only had a bit of a go. She's been
hard to support.
Basically,
funny.
I got her that and the new Sims expansion, so it's been mostly Sims and a bit of that. But
is she trying to apply the tactics of the Sims to Surviving Mars? Because I don't think it'll work.
Yeah, especially when she realises, that winter doesn't happen on Mars.
No, indeed. Yeah, Game of Thrones would be really fucking boring on Mars. Wouldn't it?
Oh yeah,
winter is coming. It's not though, is it?
Is it?
No.
Credits.
No, it's not.
Apart from that, played a couple of games recently. I played Wings of Glory with Brad and Ian the other day.
Nice. Brick Fury boys.
Yeah, I'm enjoying it. It does remind me of stuff like X-Wing, but it's a bit more focused on realism with like the World War II planes like this and like dialogue. But it's also quick enough that you don't get too bogged down in it, if that makes sense.
Yeah, so you're telling me that the X-Wing is not rooted in reality? Well, my world is turned upside down.
If anything, I think this game, even though there's elements of like you got to be careful for acceleration and deceleration and doing certain maneuvers and climbing and pretending and that. So there's a bit more with regards to that. I think it actually plays quite a bit faster than X-Wing because there's no dice. It literally, if you're in range and you can make an attack, your plane does so much damage, but you draw like chits. So like, say you do like an A and two Bs, you take an A chit and two B chits, and the damage is on the back of those, so it's random damage generation. So your shot might be lucky that particular go, or you might not do any damage at all. Yeah, but it's all kept secret until you die. So,
have you played the World War I version?
No, this is just the World War II I played. But
the biplanes are crazy because you have the selection of maneuvers. There's certain ones you can't do back to back, or you're just dropping out the sky. Nice. You're not going to be. I'll pull up. Oh no, I won't. Hang on.
Yeah. Oh, that didn't work out well at all.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, we were enjoying reading the rules saying if you dive when your elevation is too low, you'll go into the ground like a fucking dart. And I was like, well,
roll a d6. You're asking why.
Yeah, there was nothing about any of the maneuvers it mentioned. I went, none of this I'm questioning. It's all fairly based in realism.
Yeah, fair enough. Is that Wings of Glory as well? Or is that
Wings of Glory, Wings of War are kind of the same game. Yeah. The World War I was out first. Mm-hmm. World War II is a more recent version. Now they've just done the Battle of Britain version.
All right.
Which is quite nice, I believe.
Yeah.
The problem with all those games is Ares games that make it.
Okay.
Try going on their website and buying something. Seriously.
That bad?
Yeah. They sell through other people, but they don't sell their own stuff.
Oh, that sucks.
Ever. Kickstarter.
Yeah, which is always helpful.
Yeah.
Very useful. But, Okay, Blake, any others?
Yeah, aside from that, I'm trying to think what I played recently. Oh, yeah, I played the Terminator Genesis game recently.
Oh, yeah, I saw. Yeah, how was that?
Yeah, I only played the starter rules of it, and we've now invested in the full rule book.
Cool.
But what I played of it, it seems to be quite. It reminded me of like Bolt Action, but a lot faster paced and quite simplistic. So it was like, you move characters you move units individually.
Yeah.
But you sort of doing shots and all that are fairly quick, and saving throws are fairly quick. You're not like rolled back. You're not dumbed down to going, oh no, how much cover is affecting that person? Oh no, that's a 4. Is that a 4+ or 5+? And no, it's very simple. But if it's behind that, that's one saving throw, and then otherwise if you get it, he's down basically.
Yeah. Okay.
And Terminators are really hard to take out.
Yeah,
which you want them to be.
Yeah, that's about right. I think. Yeah. I think that sounds pretty reasonable, to be honest. But
Yeah, but I mean, we're enjoyable. Like, I bought a couple of extra. Brad bought rule books, and to help him with the postage, I bought some models. So I bought John Connor with Lieutenant, and a T-1000 with a rubber faced infiltrator.
Cool. They came in the post, and we'd ordered them.
So it seemed. I enjoyed what I played, but I'm happy to give it another spin. So.
That's cool. Nice. Any others?
I think that's mostly me covered.
3 of us played Rebellion together since last time.
Oh yes. I was trying to think what else I've played recently.
Yeah, that was a good time.
Oh yes, it's such a great game.
Yeah, it's very, very good. So that Rebellion, the ones for those who aren't familiar, which I think shouldn't be that many of you, ideally, is it's basically like if you think of Star Wars as having all the different scales of combat nailed down. So you've got the RPG for individual characters, Imperial Assault for the next one up. Then you've got Legion for the next one up from that. And then you've got X-Wing, and then you've got Armada, and then you've got Rebellion all the way at the top. Yeah. Rebellion is basically just the galactic strategy version of every other Star Wars game, and it's the tits. It's so good.
Really good game.
Recreate those movies.
Yeah.
How you want them.
How you want them, exactly. So, trying to
normally hilariously.
Exactly, yeah. Just trying to capture Lando for the whole game. I've occasionally tried to catch Chewie as well.
Yeah, I didn't succeed at any time to capture anyone.
No, there was no kidnapping success.
Which is a shame. If I actually was successful, then obviously I could have done things to try and find out your base. But
yeah. Unfortunately, there's so much we can do. But you know.
Oh, I just remembered another game I did play.
Okay.
I recently played Ghostbusters 2.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, which builds on the first one by adding like different ghosts that require the slime blower to take out.
Okay.
Rather than the photon pack, different abilities, equipment cards. So it does open up the game a lot more from there. Nice. It's still nails, but it's still fun, because that's the thing. I think it's nails, but it's also I can do it next time.
Mm-hmm. It's got that sort of sense of like, oh, I'll get it. Oh, no, I can get it. You know, I'm not.
Yeah, I can do it. Yeah.
Fair enough. Nice. You'd recommend?
Yeah. Oh yeah, especially if you love Ghostbusters.
Which, I think most of the people around the table have got at least time for it. Yeah.
If busting does make you feel good.
Yeah, somewhat. Yeah, I'd say so. Busting would certainly be up there on my list of things that make me feel good.
Yeah.
Balls. Money. In that order.
So, what have you been gaming?
Dave, what have you been gaming recently?
Computer-wise, I've been away from the Xbox for a long time, so it's one of those things I don't seem to get a lot of time to do anymore, which is quite depressing.
Yeah.
Or great, because I've done a lot of painting of miniatures for tabletop games in the meantime.
Well, that's always nice,
which is always a bonus. Computers, PC games, I tend to stick to strategy things.
Mm-hmm. I'm kind of like strategy and tycoon and like simulator things tend to be not so much The Sims, although there's a lot of play history on my laptop for The Sims, but it's not me. It's the currently departed lovely Jen who plays on Sims 4 on my laptop, which is always a thrill. Wouldn't mind, but she's got her own. But
I tend to stick. I got like a load of the Total War stuff on the Steam when they had a sale. Yeah. So I'm Total War up to the eyeballs from about 4 different eras.
You've got total and utter war.
Complete war.
They've renamed it to Utter War.
All the war.
Money war.
Complete and utter war.
The last one I was playing was...
War never decreases.
Last one I was playing was Medieval, but it was the Americas version. So it's basically conquistadors kicking the shit out of Aztecs for about 20 hours.
Cool.
And they really have the opportunity to fight back because they just can't.
Okay, now I'm feeling a bit uncomfortable.
It does get a little bit tedious because you're like, well, at least make it a challenge.
Yeah.
And they just...
Do you feel like you're...
Yeah.
I said, do you feel like you've just got a war crime going on?
Effectively, it was the first war crime. They invented war crimes.
Well, that was stupid. What did they do that for?
Didn't mean to.
None of us would have had to feel guilt about it otherwise. Bastards.
It's kind of happened. They went in there with guns and horses.
Yeah.
And the Mexicans went, get off our land. They went,
no. It's ours now.
Yeah, try and take it back.
Yeah, dicks. Yeah. We'll give you some balls for it.
Or smallpox, whichever you prefer.
Whatever, maybe. Do you know what? We're feeling generous. Have both.
So they repeatedly cut their money off by the sounds of it.
Apparently, they did cut their money off to spite their face.
Yeah.
So the Total War is a big one for you.
Yeah, Total War Civilization. Nice. I'm a bit of a Civ nerd.
I like Civ.
I've been doing Civ since Civ 1, so...
I haven't
got the new one yet.
I haven't played Civ in ages. Last time I played Civ was I used to play a lot of Civ 4 Colonization. Now they did the remake of Colonization with the Civ 4 kind of bannering. Yeah. I had that, and I quite enjoyed that. Yeah. I used to play a shitload of Alpha Centauri. Did you ever play that one? I never
really played that one. No. I kind of picked it up late. What a game. Didn't have a PC that would run it.
So. What a game. Wonderful. Just space. Before they did Beyond Earth, it was basically the space Civ. Yeah. But it had lots of extra options as well, like research trees, like really detailed ones. You could customize your units and things very, very in depth. Obviously with soldiers, it's harder to customize them. So I'll give him 3 legs.
Make him faster.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it made me run faster. It would go faster, Stripe.
Able to kick the enemy in the money without leaning over,
and they could carry on. Carry on running. Couple of money shots.
Nice.
Yeah.
How much balls is it going to take me to build these people?
This is an unreasonable amount of balls you're asking this. You got me by the money. So you've been playing much recently?
I did just start Fallout again because I had a spare evening. I thought, you know what? Yeah. I need to start Fallout 4 again. Just try again because I've not really got on with it yet.
Okay.
I've never really got on with it.
Yeah.
But I think I've now got the sort of building bit down. There seems to be no sort of tutorial.
That is a bit kind of fly by night, the tutorial. So
and I find you trying to break things down, and there's certain elements you cannot find no matter what you break down.
Yes.
You can't.
Yeah.
Piss off. So I'll just go and explore. I'll go and shoot something, make me feel better.
I did a bit of that last night. I was playing. I was playing a lot of Xbox games, random bits and pieces. I started. I'll come to the big one I started playing recently, but I decided to. I was talking to a friend. I didn't want to play a game that I was going to be involved in the story with, but I also didn't want to stop talking to my friends. So I decided Fallout 4. I finished the campaign a while ago. I'll go into that and just kind of aimlessly dick around and then maybe do some DLC missions, that sort of thing, because I don't really care about the DLC because it's not really, obviously it's a story, but it's not the story.
Yeah.
So I loaded it up and it was one of those things, the Gandalf meme where it's like, I have no memory of this place. I turned up in the Institute and I was just like, where the fuck am I? Like, where am I and I was like, okay, so how do I get out of here? All right, fine. Now how do I get out of here? And I walked around this one room for like 5 minutes in real time, just kind of trying to work out what the fuck I was supposed to do to get out of it. Finally figured it out, turned up in the middle of the map, and I was like, now where the fuck am I? And it was just that for half an hour, just wandering around going, where the fuck am I? Bang.
That's what I used to like about Fallout 3.
Yeah, well, that's it. I love it's a beautiful game, Fallout 4. I didn't really appreciate how beautiful it was until I was playing it again last night. Some of the lighting on the forest as you're running through, trees knocked over, and they're all sort of beautifully broken down and stuff. Yeah. But I just was very aimlessly kind of wandering and meandering. Like I wasn't really sure what I was doing, if anything. So I was basically just sneaking up on people, popping their heads off with a cat gun and then walking off. Peace. Well, not so much peace, but peace never changes. But what else are you playing? Anything else?
Not computer-wise, not really.
All right, so tabletop then.
Tabletop. Actually, the weekend. I don't know if you kind of do Euro games as well as
here and there. I've been known to dabble.
I never thought I was going to be a big Euro gamer because it always seemed like 4 people playing, no one wins.
Yeah,
what's the point?
Yeah,
but having got into a few games like Scythe, which is possibly the greatest board game ever
I've heard
made.
Nothing but good things about Scythe.
So awesome.
Yeah. What's the premise?
The premise of Scythe is like an alternative post-World War I steampunk kind of world.
Okay.
The whole thing is based on this guy's artwork.
Right.
It does this mad like steampunk walkers and it's like a ruined Russia and all different invading states coming in. It's not even a combat game. It's weird. It's like an area control game, and you have to gather resources and build up your stats.
Yeah.
And you have to get a certain number of victory stars, and you do that by accomplishing different tasks.
Right.
But each game's slightly different. You get two different player boards, and you mix and match each game.
Yeah.
And so you can go a whole game without having any sort of combat at all. You can just play, and you're still playing against each other.
Okay.
But not directly. It's strange. Yeah.
So you're playing against each other, but not really competing as such.
You're competing for points, but you don't have to take each other out. You get points for taking each other out.
Yeah, but it's not essential. Yeah. You can win without it. Yeah. Okay, nice.
But, we've played a couple of games of that. We actually play at the Board Game Cafe.
Yeah.
Every other Friday, which is nice.
I know the one well.
But the one we played at the weekend, I picked up a game called Great Western Trail on recommendation of Tabletop Gaming Magazine. It was like Game of the Month last year sometime. And it kind of looked interesting, but the rave review was what drew me in.
What's the premise of that one?
That is a cowboy cattle drive.
Right.
Yeah, literally, this is a board game.
Yeah.
From, I think it's something to do with, I think it's Detroit to, I can't remember the town, 2 American towns. And you have to drive the cattle. You collect. You have to perform different tasks on the way.
Right.
Then you have to you effectively encounter the town, and then you sell the cattle on. Okay. So you've got card drafting with the cattle themselves. You draft cards to get the better hand.
Okay.
You have like an area control thing. You have tile laying. There's a bit of everything. It's the most magically satisfying board game you ever play. Within 2 turns, we're like, this game is really, really good.
Okay.
It took about an hour to sort of get everything set up and read through the rules and get going.
Yeah.
Literally 2 turns in, we were both big smiles on our face like, this game is so good.
Okay, nice.
And it almost like it shouldn't be, that thematically, it's not the sort of game.
But it does.
Yeah.
Yes, we're in this kind
really
of weird.
clever.
Yeah, we're in this kind of weird age with games where you could theoretically make a game about anything, and if the mechanics are compelling, it will work.
Yeah. The guy who made Scythe, the game you made before Scythe was viticulture.
I've never heard of it.
That's wine growing.
Okay,
you grow the grapes, you press the wine, you sell the wine.
Wow,
it's about making wine, and I couldn't get my head around that as a game.
No,
having now played this game with a theme that's completely alien to me.
Yeah,
I'm thinking, I might go and buy viticulture because it's very strange.
Or you could buy Tropico and just grow grapes.
Yeah.
That might work, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know if that would work. And then you could just seize production and then be like, I'm cool. There are probably other ways to play Tropico, but I haven't figured them out. Any other ones?
Well, the other one that I've been playing, it's not a board game as such, and I get accused of being a furry, but there's a tabletop game called Burrows and Badgers.
I've heard of that. It's
anthropomorphic animals in a tabletop skirmish.
So do you do this dressed as a vole? Where's the accusation come from?
I keep getting this. It's bad. No, I think it's Brad. Brad just put the furry thing in my head and it's stuck.
Yeah.
But that does not what it sounds like, actually.
No.
Yeah. But we
also the game.
Yeah. We took a demo out to as our club. I'm chairman of Milton 100 War Games Club.
Yes, you are.
Just get the plug in there.
Yeah. Wow.
We went to an open day at Maidstone War Game Society.
Okay.
And I took that game along. And we all it was the first time I played the second edition rules because they're brand new out.
Yeah.
And we all kind of had fun playing. And I took it to the club the week after on the Tuesday night, which is why I wasn't here.
That's all right.
And again, we had a lot of fun with it, introducing new people to the game. They kind of got into it really quickly. It's cuddly, fluffy animals, and quite a basic skirmish system. It works. It's good fun.
So it's cuddly, furry animals kicking the piss out of each other.
Yeah,
I'm sold already.
Zweihander swords and crossbows and all sorts.
Nice.
It works.
Ripping their money off.
Yeah.
Nice. Don't forget to have your pet spayed or neutered.
No, I thought some of the models for that looked good when I've seen it, like Saloon and stuff like that. I think the models.
That's what drew me in.
Yeah, because we went to Salute. We all went to Salute, although we didn't go up. We didn't travel up together, but we ran into each other once or twice. Yeah. And it's. I remember seeing those and thinking that was pretty cool.
Yeah. Models are gorgeous and lovely to paint. I mean, I'm a big painter, obviously.
Yes, you are. Yeah.
And they lend themselves to painting. They are just so nice. And if anyone wants a starter, pick that. Don't go Games Workshop. Yeah. Buy them. Okay. Just paint a fluffy bunny. It's wicked.
Nice.
But my painting is currently divided. I went back over this year. I've done a couple of tanks and things for games. But my painting this year has been fluffy bunnies and walking corpses.
Yes, because of course you play Walking Dead at the time. Yeah.
Review coming soon to E14.
Yes, you will. Yeah. You can look forward to that. It might have already been out by the time this goes out. So
I may have finished writing that before you've edited this.
It's a strong possibility. Yeah. This may take me a little while. So, because of the aforementioned melting fucking socket bastard things.
Exploding socket.
Yeah. Basically, there's nothing working correctly except the cast.
I'm dubious.
You and your fucking gammy legs. Yeah, so Burrows and Badgers is one you'd recommend then?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Nice. Do you need anything special for that, like aside from the starter kit, or like terrain or anything, or does it help?
No terrain, because it's just any sort of woodland terrain. I've got some various fantasy-looking houses.
So like a Walking Dead map or something would work. Do theirs have its own map, or?
No, they don't have any sort of maps. It's an old school sort of skirmish game whereby you provide the map and the board and the terrain yourself, and you just you buy their miniatures because there are other people that make them, but not to that quality.
Yeah, it's like a standard thing.
Yeah,
that's fair enough.
And scales are quite important in that game as well. They scale it up based on the base size. Yeah. So when you buy the miniatures, you get the bases. And
gotcha.
That determines a lot of the stats in the game.
Yeah, nice. You played in HeroClix recently?
I'm trying to think. Last time I played, we got one coming up at the end of the week.
You guys are playing. I'm not in on that one, unfortunately.
Yeah. I did have a bit of a disappointing buy at Broad. I got the 15th anniversary DC.
Oh, the Elseworlds.
The Justice League set, which is a gorgeous set.
The starter set's great. Yeah, it's really cool. Yeah. It's old style Justice League colours as well, which is also nice.
Yeah. Which I was kind of thinking Elseworlds might not be so good, but it looks great. But yeah, and I picked up a booster, but I got 2 characters I didn't have and 3 swaps, which is
that's a shame.
Slightly disappointing.
Which set was that from?
The last one we did the OP on the
X-Men.
X-Men, yeah, Xavier School.
Yes, yeah. I like the pieces out of that, but I wasn't blown away by the set generally. Like the ones I've got, I'm all right with, but like generally, I wasn't blown away by that set.
There's some nice ones that I haven't got, which is why I'm persisting buying the boxes. I want that Wolverine.
Yeah, no, I can understand that because Blake, that's the one you've got, right?
Well, no. I bought 4 boosters from the Xavier School.
Yeah,
I've pulled 2 of the in 4 boosters. I've pulled 2 of the Age of Apocalypse.
Oh, because if you said, "Oh, I just pulled 2 Iceman," I'd fucking nut you.
No, I got Iceman, and in the other one I pulled Dark Beast.
Oh, cool, nice, very cool. I've only had 2 of those boosters. I've been restricting myself to 2 of each set recently because recently I found myself only I was buying a lot of like Elseworlds. I bought a few. What If I bought a couple, but I probably bought too many because I wasn't really taken with that set, the Marvel one. I bought a few Harley Quinn ones. I've bought a brick of that, which I haven't opened yet. I look forward to doing that at some point. That'll be awesome. And I bought a couple of the new Infinity set. But my current plan is to take the money I would have spent on the other boosters, and when animated series Batman comes out, a booster, if not a case. Yeah. I'm very much up for doing that.
There's some nice looking things in that.
Gorgeous stuff in there. Especially,
will it be a brick? So.
It's a brick, yeah. It's not just, it's Batman animated series and old school Justice League cartoons from the early 2000s as well. So
I remember the Justice League cartoon.
John Stewart, Green Lantern, and the sort of more animated series sculpts, and then the Super Friends as chases, and apparently twice as many chases as normal.
Mm-hmm.
With a higher propensity for finding them. So that would be cool. Yeah.
So I was a little bit concerned when it said animated series coming. I thought, well, it's not going to look right, but they're so nice. You can't argue with that.
They're amazing. Yeah. Just excellent. The only thing that's annoying about it, from what I've heard, it's a Fast Forces, not a starter.
Right.
But DC hasn't had a new starter since the rules changed. Right. It's all been Marvel. Yeah, so it's just like, and Marvel and Star Trek. I'm like, come on, man! Like that's the perfect opportunity to get new players into that game, is to do a Batman animated series starter set.
Absolutely.
But my understanding, at least, I may be wrong. My understanding is that it's just a Fast Forces, which to me is a massively missed trick.
Yeah.
But I digress.
They don't seem to put out their the rule set regularly. Where there's so many updates, you think they'd regularly put out new starter sets.
Yeah.
I always found it really hard. Obviously, I've got the original starter set way back when, but since trying to get back into it, trying to find a starter set with a set of physical rules,
that
I can just
Star Trek one is the only one that's got
the
latest set. Because even the Thor one, that was the first one to come out with the new rules, is out of date because the Star Trek one's got an errata in it that's been printed, that's been updated.
Right.
It's like, fucking hell! Like, come on, guys. You know, I say I really wish they'd do something with the Batman animated series one, but I'm definitely all over that as a brick. Like I say, I may go full case on that one and get two bricks because I'm desperate for those pieces. I really love the look of that.
Are they planning a similar thing with DC for the Colossus like they have with Marvel?
Nothing that I've seen, but it wouldn't surprise me.
I just thought they normally do. We're doing this, and then we're going to do the same for DC. That's
because obviously they did the 15th anniversary a month apart or whatever. Like you'd think, you're right. I mean, it would make sense, wouldn't it? But apparently they haven't done that. It's at this stage, it seems they haven't done that. So
no. I opened. Obviously, I went halves on a brick of the Avengers Infinity with Ian.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was quite happy on my pulls with that.
You've got the super rare Eternity, which I'm very jealous of because that's one I
I got the Groot as well.
Nice. Nice.
Needs to up my Guardians clicks.
Really. Yeah. I got myself some nice I got some nice pieces. I got Devil Dinosaur, which is pretty cool.
A bit jealous of that.
Yeah. That's it's a nice sculpt. And then I got the Nebula with the Infinity Gauntlet as well.
Yeah, I pulled that. That was one of the ones I pulled.
Yeah.
It's a good one.
It is a cool one. Yeah. I thought it'd be rarer. It's only an uncommon.
Yeah, that's what I was surprised. Yeah, the actual Colossals aren't, some of them aren't actually that rare. It's,
no. Like I say, the Devil Dinosaur's pretty, I think it's a common. But just.
I think. No, the only one which is either common or uncommon I pulled that wasn't a vehicle, because I got a spider with Mission Mobile.
Yeah.
Was I think is it Jakar, who's like a Batrock villain.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he's good. I say the Eternity is a nice one as well. I really wanted that piece, so maybe I might go for some more Infinity ones. But
we've got the OP coming up.
That's true.
Which would be nice. That month's time.
Yeah, I think I'll get the couple of boosters for the OP, but otherwise I probably won't buy any more.
Yeah, fair enough. Let's say
unless I can pull the Namor.
Yeah, I'm holding on for.
Knowing you'll double up on some of those super rares that you got when you can swap them with us.
Yeah,
we can get some nice trades going on.
That'd be good.
Yeah. Well, so that was what I was thinking. Because I thought if I got doubles, I'm happy to swap.
Yeah. That's it. We just succeed by proxy. That'd be nice. You know?
Yeah.
But speaking of Batman, actually, I finally had a chance to play the Batman miniatures game. Ooh. Me and Brad played a couple of weeks ago to try out our models because obviously when we went to Salute, Ian and I went quite a little bit mad on those because I went there I just had a look on the shelf and then Brad started talking about getting some and then Ian started talking about getting some and I got a bit excited and got swept up in it. So I was like, all right, well, I'll get a starter set. So I got Bane and his crew. And I was like, that's cool. I'm all set. They've got Constantine. They've got Satana. They've got the Batman, Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, Trinity. I better get them all. And now I've got a couple more pieces because I've got Green Arrow because Blake very kindly bought me that for my birthday.
Mm-hmm.
And then I got myself Martian Manhunter as well.
Very nice.
Yeah, very cool. I haven't had a chance to paint them all up yet, but I took Bane and his crew out for a spin and Bane punches like a fucking truck. Yeah, I basically just blindfold motherfuckers. But yeah, he's pretty damn tasty. He's the system's quite, it's a little bit convoluted the first time you play, but once you get into it and you sort of get your head around the basic rules, it's pretty straightforward. You roll like certain dice to do attacks, and you get a certain number for what you're doing and things like that. So it's all like quite straightforward. So it was definitely one we were pretty positive on. Obviously, we played Rebellion, as I say. Yeah. Speaking of games we're massively positive on, fucking love that game. I'm going to make some time at some point to play the Fallout board game because I still haven't played it since last time I tried it out to get my head around the rules. So I could do with doing that again. So maybe you guys can help me out. I
like the look of that.
Yeah, I'm up for a game of that.
Yeah, so maybe we'll do it while I'm home alone.
Right.
Yeah.
Speaking of Fallout,
yes,
another one, and Salute and computer games and all this.
Oh yes,
the Fallout tabletop skirmish game.
Yeah,
comes out via Modifius. I'm not sure when
it's soon,
release date. I think it's September.
Okay,
I might be completely wrong. Doesn't look overpriced. Modifius tend to be a bit pricey. I played the demo. I think I saw you just after I played the demo at Salute.
Yeah, that's right.
It's phenomenally good.
Yeah.
It plays like the computer game.
Nice.
And I've never felt a board game do that before.
No.
It's all kind of done on multiple dice.
Mm-hmm.
You have your main dice and you have all sorts of effectors. Yeah. So each other dice affects it in some way, but you get dice for weapons will have certain dice and your skills, your special skills will have certain dice to add and subtract. And it looks really complicated. And within about 4 or 5 turns, it's intuitive.
You got it.
It's just there.
Nice.
I think it's going to be a winner.
Yeah. Okay.
Lovely models, and the system worked for me.
Yeah, I've seen.
I was fawning over some of the models.
I've seen some pre-orders, and they, like you say, I think the core set's about 55, 60 quid.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah,
for a lot of the retailers, which is pretty good.
Yeah,
for a starter set for enough for 2 players to play. That's pretty good.
Yeah, and the nice resin models, which tend to be overpriced, but
yes,
that brings into a reasonable level.
Yeah, nice.
That's good for me.
Have to look into it and sort of keep my eye out for a few.
Yeah.
At the moment, there's a couple of things I got my eye out for, which is DC miniatures game compatible villains. Because like these models in the Batman game, some of them are cross-compatible with DC miniatures, and then some of them are just Batman, some of them are just DC. Yep. I've managed to get my hands on. So the Bane crew is Batman only. Constantine is either. Zatanna is either. The Trinity is DC only. Green Arrow is both, I think. Martian Manhunter on the box says both, but when you open the box, there's actually only the DC card in there. Even though on the back of the box, it actually does say one card. So technically it is accurate. It's just for some reason it's got the Batman Miniatures game logo on it for no reason whatsoever. And I've got Deathstroke, who's both. So basically what I need is DC villains who can play in the DC game. Ideally, they can play both, but it's not essential. And more Batman-compatible heroes as well. So that's my shopping list at the moment. Otherwise, it's the usual any cheap Imperial Assault characters I can get my hands on, even though I still haven't played my copy of the game. And anything that's kind of vaguely cool. I want the expansion pack for Rebellion, but last time I saw it in a shop, I bought at the price they were asking, so I wanted 40 quid for it, which seemed like a lot.
No, it's like more like 25. I was
going to say, like retailers online, I tend to prefer to favour a bricks and mortar retailer, but when it's 50% more than the cost of the cheapest online one, no.
I really lucked out with Rebellion because I think it was last Salute, it might have been the Salute before.
Yeah.
And it was kind of a rumour that this brand new Star Wars board game was coming out.
Yeah.
And I said to my brother at the time, I'll keep an eye out for that on the day. And we walked around the Troll Trader stand and there was this, look, the new Star Wars game, 60 quid.
Oh, wow.
Really I'll take that at that price. And then got home and saw the RRP and like, what? You know what?
Yeah. 95, 93?
Yes, I believe it was, yeah. I was kind of, okay, I lucked out there. Seriously.
Yeah.
So I'm happy.
Very much.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
40 sounds a lot for the expansion.
That seems excessive to me.
Yeah.
But what else have I been playing? So I played some Fallout 4 last night for the first time in ages. I've been playing a lot of No Man's Sky, which has kind of become like Minecraft, same sort of filling same role. You know that game?
Yeah. Is it better than the reviews said? Because it was kind of,
it is now.
This is going to be the best game ever. The reviews come out. It really isn't.
Yeah, it's good now. It was. I'm not sure how much of the stuff I'm playing now it shipped with. My understanding is it shipped with quite a lot less.
Okay,
like a significant amount less.
You basically want extra DLC with it.
Yeah, and they've released updates and stuff as they've been going along. They've been free.
Yeah, all free. Yeah,
yeah.
Right. I may have to give it a go then.
And now it's like, it's to the point now where if you can find it cheap, I think it's on PlayStation already. And it's coming to Xbox this summer.
Yeah.
And then there's going to be some big update that goes alongside the Xbox version, which will add multiplayer and things like that as well. So you'll be able to see people on other planets and interact with them. And I don't know how much interaction you'll be able to have. I presume you won't just be able to shoot them dead and then that's game over. But at the same time, it wouldn't put it past them because they fucked up a few other things. And I was playing Witcher 3 last night as well. And so far, it unfortunately has yet to grab me.
Oh, really? So I've not got round to it, but it's one of those games that I heard was game.
I've heard nothing but good things.
Yeah.
And what I found is it's fine. It's technically very impressive. It's stunning to look at.
Yeah.
But I don't know, it hasn't absorbed me yet. I'm going to give it more time because I do feel like it's the kind of thing I could get.
It's a big game.
Yeah, exactly. I've only been playing for
Are you selling... Oh, right, yeah. If you only played for an hour, you've barely scratched it.
Yeah, I think I'm going from... there's a little town at the beginning you go to.
White Orchard?
Yeah, to go to the inn or something to find out where Yennefer's gone.
Yeah, because you've seen the Griffin, is that it?
Yes, I've seen the Griffin once because I presume you interact with it more later. But I've seen it once, and I've been to a little town, punched the fuck out of some random drunken yobbos, and then I started riding in the other direction. Then I got killed by something of power, Palace of Power, or something like a little pedestal thing.
An area of power. It had some monsters around it.
Yeah, and the monster that spawned out of it is quite strong, and you kick the piss out of it.
Yeah, no. Follow the main story for the minute.
Yep.
the game opened up eventually, and when it does, it's a lot.
I will give it more time. Like I say, I am enjoying what I've played to a point. It's just it's not grabbed me quite as much as I was hoping it would initially. I thought I'd be like, oh, this is the best game ever. But then I sat for like what felt like 20 minutes out of the hour watching cutscenes. And
what will suck you in is the storyline, how good the storyline, the main quest, and also the side quest. The side quests feel like even separate stories and are quite well written.
Okay, that's pretty cool.
They will, as I said, they will grab you eventually. I mean, you know,
I will give it more time. I will do that.
And if Gwen don't grab you, then you're not human.
I did play some Gwen. I played the tutorial game, and that was fine. It was no brand of special Pazak, but you know, it's pretty good. But you know, not much can be Pazak because not much can be KOTOR. So there's that. Yeah. Otherwise, I think that's it. Really, I've not been playing a lot of other stuff. I'm playing a lot of random small games on my Switch, like Fallout Shelter. I played a little bit more LA Noire. Still digging it, but it's it feels like a bit more of a slog than it did when I first played it on the Xbox way back when.
Okay.
Why that is, probably just because I've played it before and I'm just like, I know how this ends. Maybe I don't care as much. But, you know.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I'm playing that. I played a bit of FIFA because obviously I've got the football, a bit of football spirit going on. Yeah, I got the football fever because it's World Cup time. So I've been playing a little bit of that on the train. Got my first England cap for my player in my career mode, which is pretty cool, and scored on my debut, which was also cool. Yeah. And then promptly in the next game, playing at club level, got my ass handed to me by some low level team, like just because everybody was knackered. I don't know why it was, but
FIFA does that to you.
FIFA lag.
It's always done that.
Yeah, exactly. As the batteries run low, the players just like.
But.
Always found with FIFA, certainly the earlier incarnations, if you were playing against a team that should be beating you really heavily and you're winning, they'll suddenly shoot from the halfway line at an absolute rocket. Yeah. It's completely unstoppable. You couldn't do it, but just because probability says you should have had a goal scored against you by now, no matter how good your defence is, how good a player you are, you should be 1-0 down. Yeah. So they're going to score. And they will put a rocket in from the middle of nowhere.
I've had that happen to me before, actually. Yeah, I've been winning 1-0 against, I've been playing as Villa and I'm playing against Chelsea. Yeah. And it's like, I'm away, so I shouldn't be winning. And I'm winning 1-0 through admittedly fluky goal. And then the ball will come in for a corner, bounce out, and then Frank Lampard will just volley it first time, smash it into the back of the net off the crossbar. The keeper's head just comes clean off or something. Come on.
Suddenly accelerates the ball to 200 miles an hour.
Back around the world and then into the net again. And the referee's like, I'll allow it.
Fatality.
Superman standing on one of the stands just with a glint in his eye.
Chelsea wins. So I've been playing a little bit of FIFA, a little bit of Fallout Shelter. Not a huge amount of those two games, just because, like I say, they're not really. I'm not playing them in sort of the absolute immersion thing. It's like pick up and play, but do a match of FIFA, load Fallout Shelter, send them off to a quest, collect all my resources, drop it, pick it up again later, that sort of thing. That's the main things really. I've been playing a lot of Pokemon Go because I've been commuting more in the hot weather as well. Like I've been, rather than get the train into London and then take the tube with all the sweaty balls and sweaty money. I've been finding myself going you know what, fuck it, it's a gorgeous day, I'm going to walk. So I've been doing a lot of Pokemon Go. Pokemon, doing the admin, taking them shits. That will mean a lot less if you haven't heard the latest Crazy Train, but still not completely without value.
And my train journeys consist of headphones and a good comic. Yeah, so I catch up on comics much quicker that way. Yeah,
I do the similar thing. I put audiobooks and podcasts on. Yeah. That's usually why I'm playing throwaway games on the Switch rather than storyline stuff, so that I can just be listening to a podcast, catching up on whatever I'm doing, or listening to it, trying to make some progress in a book. Yeah. That sort of thing. I'm making the mistake at the moment of listening to quite heavy books. I'm just I need to be listening to this to take it in, otherwise it ain't happening. But that's just me, But otherwise, otherwise, not really much going on in the way of games for me. It's mostly just the stuff we've talked about. But that's sometimes how the Gamecast goes. So on that subject, thank you very much for listening to the E14 Gamecast. If you've enjoyed the show and you wish to subscribe on one of the fine podcasting catchers available, or Apple Podcasts, you can do that. So we're available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, Podbean, Podchaser, Podomatic, Stitcher, Plex, all sorts of stuff. So you can search the E14 Gamecast podcast on all good podcasting things. You can Google it and it will come up with a load of results. Not least of all, emotionally14.com, where the Gamecast lives. And we've also got a Twitter at emotionally14 and a Facebook group, the E14 Gamecast, where you can come in and talk about video games with people. And sometimes they'll talk back. And some of them are actually people who've been on the show or are regulars on the show. Speaking of regulars on the show, Blake, where can people find you on social media between shows?
In between shows, when my legs do work, you can find me on Instagram at Harmer the Appreciator, or you can find me on Twitter at Fuck's Sake Blake. I'm also on Facebook if you can find me, but I am also on the Facebook groups, obviously with the Emotionally 14 Gamecast. Yeah, Gamecast even.
Gamecast. We're also the Gaycast is in the works.
Yeah. Still ahead of that other one.
Yeah, what happened is none of us are gay, and it just rang hollow.
Yeah, we're just not the right cast for it.
Exactly. We just felt like we couldn't do it justice, so
yeah,
that never. But still before the paedophile cast.
Yeah.
See above. For similar reasons.
Gamescast, legal disclaimer.
For similar reasons, that won't be coming anytime soon either. Just didn't know any.
Thank God.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah.
Dave, what about you? What about social media for you?
You can see pictures of fluffy bunnies and walking corpses on my Instagram at DaveDCLXVI. You can find me on Facebook under me or Milton 100 War Games Club, Broadside Games Show, anything, all that's good gaming stuff.
Nice. And you're in the Gamecast group as well, I believe.
Gamecast group, yeah.
Nice. So you can tap to Dave there. You can also find me on Twitter and Instagram at Rob Wade Vision, and everything that I do that's not Emotionally 14 shaped at Talk Star Wars. But like I say, the main one is the website, emotionally14.com, where you can also use our Amazon link to buy games. So you could buy video games or tabletop, and you can do that with our Amazon widget that's on the E14 webpage. They get a little bit of love from us. We get a little bit of love from them. It doesn't cost you any extra. So get involved with that. Also, if you like, shameless plugs for merchandise, you're going to love our TeePublic store. Because on tpublic.com/stores/emotionally14, you can buy E14 merchandise. So t-shirts, tote bags, mugs, stickers. The mugs are a bit shit. Hoodie, sweatshirts, all that stuff is available on tpublic.com, and they now have a UK base of operation. So if you want to buy something Emotionally 14 shaped and don't get reamed by customs charges, you can now do that, which is lovely. All we've ever wanted from t-shirt distributors, not get reamed. Just take all our balls and have us buy the money.
It's an experience.
It is an experience. This is true. So thank you very much for listening to the E14 Gamecast. Bibbidi Bop Games.
Wah, wah.